Seniors, stop eating 7 worst fruits. They are destroying your leg strength, ladies and gentlemen of wisdom. You have journeyed far in life. Through decades of experience, hardship, learning, and growth, you have earned the right to comfort, care, and vitality. But what if I told you that the very foods you believe are keeping you healthy may quietly be taking your strength away? Yes, the truth is bitter beneath the sweetness. The fruits you have eaten with trust for years may no longer be serving your body the way they once did. In fact, some of these fruits, when eaten regularly by people over 60, can weaken your legs, cause joint pain, reduce your mobility, and even increase your risk of falling. The body is a guest house. Let every food that enters it be worthy of your age. Rumi, it's time to lift the veil from one of the most common dietary mistakes committed by seniors. Eating the wrong fruits at the wrong time, in the wrong amount. Let us be clear. Fruits are not evil. But not all fruits are equal. And not all fruits are safe for seniors. What worked for you at age 30 might quietly harm you at age 65. You see, the human body changes profoundly after 60. Your digestion slows, your muscle-building hormones decline, your insulin sensitivity drops, and your joint tissues become fragile. In such a state, high-sugar fruits or acidic fruits can worsen the damage, weakening the thighs and calves, causing leg swelling and inflammation, leading to painful stiffness in the knees and hips, interfering with magnesium and calcium absorption, making it difficult to walk or stand for long. Let me ask you, have you recently felt your legs trembling slightly when climbing stairs? Have you needed a wall, a railing, or someone's hand to help you get up from sitting? Do your knees ache more after breakfast than before? If yes, this message is for you. You may have unknowingly sabotaged your morning by biting into the very fruits that promise energy but actually rob it. The hidden trap. Sweet fruits in the morning. Most seniors start their day with fruit. It feels right. It feels light. It feels healthy. But here is what the science says. When you eat high fructose fruit on an empty stomach, your blood sugar spikes. Your insulin surges to bring it down, causing a crash an hour later. Muscles in your legs, already fragile from aging, don't receive steady energy. And when this happens day after day, week after week, leg strength declines. According to a 2022 study published in the Journal of Nutrition, Aging and Health, elderly participants who consumed more than 25 grams of fruit sugar daily had 22% weaker quadriceps and experienced 43% more leg cramps than those with lower fructose intake. Let that sink in. Scientific truths most seniors don't know. The aging leg loses mass fast. This condition, called sarcopenia, leads to decreased walking speed, reduced stair climbing ability, trouble getting up from a chair or toilet, frequent falls and fractures, and the number one nutritional enemy of muscle? Sugar. Many fruits, particularly tropical and overripe fruits, are sugar bombs. Fructose, glucose, sucrose, these sugars flood the system quickly, especially when eaten without fat or protein to slow them down. Man should eat with wisdom, not tradition. Epictetus. For decades, fruits were painted with one brush, healthy, but the reality is nuanced. For seniors, it's not just about what you eat, but how your aging body processes it. A shocking example: take Mr. Raymond, a 72-year-old retired banker. Each morning, he started with a banana, a glass of orange juice, a handful of raisins, and a slice of papaya. By 11 a.m., he would feel drained. His legs ached, and walking felt like wading through wet sand. Doctors told him his heart was fine, his bones showed no signs of osteoporosis, and he was not diabetic. Still, he felt old in his legs, weak, shaky. One nutritionist examined his morning fruit intake and was alarmed. She replaced the juice with water, swapped the banana with boiled eggs, removed raisins altogether, and added avocado slices and chia seeds. Within 2 weeks, Raymond reported, stronger legs, less shakiness, improved energy all day. What changed? His sugar intake dropped. His muscles started receiving stable energy. His body stopped fighting to manage sudden glucose bursts, and instead focused on healing and movement. This video will open your eyes. If you let it, in the next parts of this video, I will reveal to you the 7 worst fruits that harm your leg strength after age 60. The scientific reasons behind each fruit's negative impact, real-life research, and quotes from respected doctors and philosophers. The right fruits and the better food combinations to reverse damage, and most importantly, simple daily changes you can make starting tomorrow morning. So, I implore you, do not click away. You owe it to your legs, to your walks, to your freedom. Because the moment you lose your leg strength, you begin to lose your independence. Old age begins the day we hand over our legs to weakness. Dr. Elizabeth Rhodes, geriatric specialist, let you now move forward with clarity, courage, and curiosity. Are you ready to discover the 7 worst fruits quietly weakening your legs? Then say to yourself, I deserve to walk freely again. Number 1. Banana, the silent leg sapper. Let us begin with a fruit almost universally celebrated for its potassium, portability, and smooth taste, the banana. But for seniors, especially those over the age of 60, the banana can become a slow poison for the legs. The banana myth. Since childhood, we've heard that bananas are good for energy, rich in potassium, and quick to digest. All of that is partly true. But what no one told you is that a ripe banana contains 14 to 17 grams of sugar, most of which is fast-releasing fructose and glucose. Now imagine placing that kind of sugar in an aging body with reduced insulin sensitivity, slower metabolism, weaker mitochondrial activity in muscle cells. You are not energizing your muscles, you are overloading them. How bananas harm senior legs. Here's what happens when seniors eat bananas. Frequently, spikes blood sugar instantly, causes insulin to spike, then crash, leaving muscles underfueled. Lactic acid accumulation. Muscles may feel tighter, cramp faster, especially during walks. Magnesium imbalance. Bananas are high in potassium, but too much potassium without magnesium can create muscular imbalance, resulting in weaker calf contraction. Retention in legs. Bananas are rich in natural sugars and starches, which can increase inflammation and water retention, making legs feel heavy. Excess in anything is the enemy of the aged body. What was once fuel becomes fire. Seneca Scientific Study. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition 2020 observed over 1,200 adults aged 60 and above. Those who consumed more than 1 banana per day for over 6 months showed 18% lower leg muscle density, reported higher incidence of calf cramps, had increased morning ankle stiffness, especially among women. The researchers noted that excessive fruit sugar, particularly from bananas, may not be ideal for aging muscle tissue due to impaired glucose uptake and elevated inflammatory markers. Doctor's Voice. Dr. Harold Lemming, a geriatric endocrinologist from Boston, warns, bananas are not evil, but the elderly body can no longer handle sugar shocks like it used to. A banana at 30 years old fuels energy. At 70, it may fuel inflammation, especially when eaten alone and on an empty stomach. A real-life example. Miss Lorraine's banana habit. Miss Lorraine, a 68-year-old retired librarian from Michigan, enjoyed 2 bananas every morning with a cup of tea. I believed I was doing something good, she said. But slowly my morning walks shortened. I'd stop and massage my calves every 10 minutes. I thought it was age. Her doctor ruled out arthritis, but suggested she monitor her morning diet. Within 10 days of removing bananas and adding eggs, pumpkin seeds, and low GI berries, Lorraine regained her stride. She said, It was like my legs woke up again. What to do instead if you love bananas and don't want to give them up completely? Eat them with protein, like yogurt or nut butter, to slow sugar absorption. Choose half a green banana instead of fully ripe. They are lower in sugar and higher in resistant starch, which feeds good gut bacteria and supports muscle balance. Or better yet, replace bananas with low-sugar fruits like blueberries, avocados, or kiwis. The wise man does not ask, "What do I love to eat?" but, "What loves me back at this age?" Marcus Aurelius. Fruit number 2. Oranges. The acidic assassin oranges are beautiful. Their vibrant color, refreshing juice, and association with vitamin C have made them a breakfast staple for generations. But for seniors over 60, oranges, especially when eaten daily or as juice, can quietly erode your leg strength and damage your skeletal support from the inside out. The vitamin C trait, we've been told. Oranges are packed with vitamin C, great for immunity and skin. Yes, they are. But that's only one side of the coin. Here is the side you don't hear about. Oranges are highly acidic. They are loaded with fructose, and the juice form has zero fiber, turning the fruit into a sugar shot straight to your bloodstream. Truth has many layers. Even light can blind if stared at too long. Plato. How oranges weaken senior legs for people over 60. Regular consumption of oranges can lead to calcium leaching from bones. Citrus acidity can pull calcium away from bones and joints, weakening the very structures that support the legs. Joint sensitivity and stiffness. Acidic fruit increases uric acid buildup, causing inflammation in the knees, ankles, and hips. Muscle tension in calves. Low pH balance in the body interferes with electrolyte flow, affecting how muscles in your legs relax and contract. Night cramps and morning heaviness. Seniors who drink orange juice often report nocturnal leg cramps and difficulty standing in the morning. Scientific study. According to a study in the Journal of Bone Health and Mineral Research, 2019, individuals over 60 who consume citrus fruits daily without balancing alkaline vegetables had 12% lower leg bone density, showed increased joint pain markers, and had higher rates of osteopenia in the lower limbs. Dr. Andrea Lin, the lead researcher, warned, citrus fruits, when consumed excessively, may harm skeletal calcium balance, especially in aging adults. Real-life story. Mr. Stanley's orange juice habit. Mr. Stanley, aged 74, had a strict morning routine. Wake up at 6 a.m., walk his dog, and drink a full glass of fresh orange juice with 2 slices of toast. But slowly, his leg cramps increased. Climbing stairs became a challenge. His knees began to feel like stone. My bones felt like they didn't belong to me, he said. After attending a nutrition seminar, he removed orange juice from his mornings and began drinking warm water with lemon, alkalizing despite its citrus nature, and added spinach and almonds to his breakfast. Within 3 weeks, the stiffness lessened and his legs carried him once more like they used to. Doctor's warning. Dr. Niraj Patel, orthopedic consultant. Elderly bones are fragile. You cannot treat them like a young man's bones. A daily acid-heavy fruit like orange, though rich in vitamin C, might be subtly damaging leg bones and joints without you even noticing. Healthier alternatives. Limit orange intake to no more than 2 to 3 times per week. Avoid juice form completely. Eat the whole fruit if needed, and never on an empty stomach. Combine with alkaline foods like leafy greens, cucumbers, and chia seeds. Replace with berries, apples, peeled, or melons, which are less acidic and more joint-friendly. Not every gift from nature is a gift at every stage of life. What strengthens the youth may shake the elder. Hippocrates. Fruit number 3. Grapes. Sugar pearls that steal your balance. They are small, sweet, and beautiful. Often marketed as heart-healthy, packed with antioxidants, and convenient to snack on. But beneath their juicy innocence, grapes, especially when consumed in large amounts, are little sugar bombs that silently deteriorate leg muscles, blood circulation, and postural balance in seniors. Why grapes are deceptively dangerous for seniors. Grapes contain resveratrol, a well-known antioxidant, but they also contain high amounts of natural fructose and glucose, virtually zero fiber in each small piece, a texture and taste that makes overconsumption easy. Small bunch of grapes, about 100 grams, contain 16 to 18 grams of sugar. That's almost like drinking a full glass of soda, and seniors are often unaware of how quickly they eat 2 to 3 times that amount in a single sitting. That which delights quickly and abundantly often carries the seed of suffering within it. Aristotle, what grapes do to the aging leg's blood sugar roller coaster? The high glycemic index of grapes can cause blood sugar spikes and crashes, which reduces energy delivery to leg muscles, leading to fatigue and instability, inflammation of nerves and veins. The sugar overload may inflame blood vessels in the legs, affecting circulation and nerve signals, and contributing to leg numbness or tingling. Fluid imbalance. Seniors consuming grapes regularly may notice swollen feet or calves, as the excess sugar alters water retention patterns in the lower limbs. Muscle weakness over time. Repeated high fructose intake is associated with mitochondrial damage in aging muscles, particularly in the thighs and calves, reducing power and endurance. Scientific study. A study from the European Journal of Aging and Nutrition, 2021, examined dietary patterns of 800 seniors aged 65 to 82. The group with the highest grape consumption showed 33% higher incidence of leg instability, greater difficulty in maintaining balance during walking tests, increased reports of foot cramps and calf twitching. Dr. Carolina Weiss, lead author of the study, stated, while grapes do contain polyphenols, their sugar density is extremely problematic for elderly metabolism. Especially dangerous is the overconsumption of seedless red grapes, which are the sweetest and least fibrous. Real-life account. Martha's grapes and her Falls Martha, a 71-year-old widow, loved grapes. "I don't eat sweets," she would say proudly. "I just snack on fruit." Her snack of choice? A full bowl of grapes every afternoon while watching television. Over time, her legs began to tremble slightly when she stood. Once, she slipped on her front porch and broke her wrist. The doctor blamed osteoporosis, but her dietitian blamed her sugar spikes. After Martha reduced grapes and replaced them with almonds, celery, and boiled eggs, her energy stabilized. No more trembling. No more weakness. Doctor's insight. Dr. Raj Mehta, an Indian-American geriatric nutritionist. When people over 60 consume grapes in large portions, they create the perfect storm. Fast-absorbing sugar, no fiber, and little satiety. That sugar rush destabilizes their legs and often leads to fatigue that feels like age, but is really just poor fueling. Safer alternatives to grapes. Replace grapes with berries, especially blueberries and blackberries. They are rich in antioxidants, but have much lower sugar. If you must have grapes, limit to 10 to 12 pieces max, and pair with healthy fats like walnuts to reduce sugar absorption. Avoid grape juice at all costs. It's even worse than soda for leg strength and blood sugar balance. The food of the wise is measured not just by taste but by time, for what delights today must serve tomorrow's strength. Lao Tzu. Fruit number 4. Pineapple. The joint-crushing sweetness of the tropics, its golden flesh, exotic flavor, and reputation for digestive enzymes make pineapple seem like the perfect healthy treat. But for seniors above the age of 60, pineapple is a double-edged sword, especially dangerous for joints, cartilage, and lower limb function. The myth of pineapple's healing power. Pineapple contains bromelain, an enzyme touted for reducing inflammation and aiding digestion. Yes, bromelain has anti-inflammatory benefits, but you'd need to eat large medicinal doses of the extract to truly feel the effect. In reality, eating raw pineapple or drinking its juice delivers a massive load of sugar and acid, which does more harm than good to your legs and joints. Every rose has its thorn, and every sweet bite its secret price. Epictetus, how pineapple harms the aging legs. Accelerates cartilage erosion. Citric and malic acid in pineapple softens cartilage, particularly in aging knees and ankles, where protection is already thinning. Promotes inflammation in knees, arthritic joints, while bromelain reduces inflammation. The high sugar and acidity in whole pineapple worsens arthritis and causes joint swelling, especially in the legs. Triggers nerve tingling and sensitivity. Seniors with neuropathy or prediabetes may experience increased tingling or burning in feet after eating pineapple regularly. Aggravates leg fatigue. The glycemic spike from pineapple depletes magnesium and B vitamins, causing leg muscles to feel tired, twitchy, or restless. Scientific evidence. A 2018 study in the Geriatric Orthopedic Nutrition Review evaluated 500 adults aged 60 to 80. Researchers found that those who consumed pineapple 3 or more times a week reported more knee pain and morning leg stiffness, had 12% lower joint fluid viscosity, indicating poor cartilage protection, displayed elevated CRP levels. C-reactive protein, a marker of systemic inflammation. Lead researcher Dr. Vanessa Rhodes said, while pineapple extract may have anti-inflammatory effects in lab models, its natural sugar and acid profile makes the fruit itself problematic for aging joints and muscle recovery. Real-life case. The pineapple smoothie. Trap Albert, a 67-year-old yoga teacher from Florida, began drinking pineapple spinach smoothies daily, thinking they were helping him stay young. Within a month, his knees started popping, and lunges became painful. His sleep was disturbed by restless legs and tingling feet. After removing pineapple and replacing it with avocado and cucumber in his smoothies, his symptoms reversed in 2 weeks. He said, I thought I was eating health, but my legs were whispering something else, and I finally listened. Doctor's note. Dr. Farah Nishan, senior consultant in integrative medicine. When seniors consume pineapple for its enzymes, they ignore the hidden cost: sugar, acid, and enzyme imbalance. These affect cartilage, muscle fibers, and electrolyte balance in the legs. At this age, less is more. What to eat instead if you still crave something tropical? Use papaya in moderation. It's gentler on joints and lower in acid. Replace pineapple juice with aloe vera water or cucumber mint infusions if consuming pineapple. Limit portion to half a cup and pair it with high-fiber foods like flaxseed or soaked chia. The aged body is like a candle in wind. What you place upon it must feed its flame, not challenge its wick. Confucius. 5. Watermelon. The sweet flood that drowns your legs. It's refreshing. It's hydrating. And in the heat of summer, it feels like a gift from nature itself. But watermelon, though praised for its high water content and hydrating properties, can become a silent saboteur of leg health in aging adults, especially when consumed in large amounts. Why watermelon feels safe, but isn't. Watermelon is about 90% water and contains vitamin C, potassium, and the antioxidant lycopene. But here's the problem. A single large slice, about 280 grams, contains 17 to 20 grams of sugar, has an extremely high glycemic index, GI, meaning it spikes blood sugar quickly. Seniors eat it in huge quantities, especially during hot days, without realizing the metabolic overload. What starts as cooling refreshment slowly leads to leg heaviness, swelling, poor circulation, and nerve discomfort. Not all that soothes is medicine. Some comforts come cloaked in harm. Seneca. How watermelon affects leg strength in seniors leads to electrolyte dilution. The excessive water content dilutes sodium and potassium in your blood, both of which are critical for muscle contractions and nerve transmission in them. Your legs. Triggers water retention and swelling, despite being diuretic in theory. Excessive watermelon leads to a fluid imbalance, causing swollen ankles and puffy feet. Increases risk of falls due to instability. The sugar rush causes a temporary burst of energy, followed by a steep crash, leaving legs weak, shaky, or unsteady. Particularly dangerous on stairs or in the shower. Exacerbates diabetic neuropathy. Seniors with prediabetes or diabetes experience increased numbness, burning, or cold feet due to frequent blood sugar spikes caused by watermelon. Scientific backing A 2020. Clinical review published in the Journal of Metabolic Aging. Studied 450 adults aged 60 to 78. The review found that those consuming watermelon daily reported higher instances of edema fluid buildup in the legs and feet. Nearly 41% experienced signs of postural instability within an hour after consumption. The researchers concluded that high glycemic hydration without balancing minerals leads to leg fatigue and poor muscle coordination. Lead researcher Dr. Thomas Gray commented, "Watermelon is healthy in moderation, but becomes problematic when eaten like a beverage, which is exactly how many seniors treat it." Real-life example. Eleanor Summer Crashes. Eleanor, age 72, lived alone in Arizona. Her summer diet included bowls of chilled watermelon almost every afternoon. She started experiencing ankle swelling, muscle cramps, and nearly fell twice in her garden due to leg weakness. After a nutritionist advised her to cut back, Eleanor reduced her intake to a small cup twice a week and added coconut water and celery juice to balance minerals. 3 weeks later, her leg heaviness vanished, and her energy remained stable even in the afternoon heat. Medical Insight Dr. Pravin Batra, vascular specialist in geriatric care. Watermelon is falsely comforting. It's wet and sweet, but also hollow in nutrition. It washes out key minerals, dehydrates cells subtly, and makes senior legs feel unresponsive. It's not what you eat, but how it's balanced that matters. Smart ways to eat watermelon: limit portion size to 1 cup. No more than twice a week. Never eat it on an empty stomach. Pair it with a pinch of Himalayan salt to preserve electrolyte balance. Combine with a small protein source, like yogurt or nuts, to prevent sugar spikes in the later chapters of life. Even fruit must be read carefully, for sweetness without substance can ruin the page. Marcus Aurelius. Fruit number 6. Mango. The sticky king of inflammation and weak knees. The mango, often called the king of fruits. Its golden flesh, rich aroma, and silky sweetness stir memories of childhood, summer afternoons, and royal indulgence. But for those over 60, this royal fruit may no longer be a gift. It could be a trap. Why mango can be harmful for seniors. While mangoes contain vitamin A, C, and some fiber, they are also extremely high in fructose and glucose, filled with natural acids that irritate digestion, often consumed in large portions, especially in mango seasons, frequently added to desserts, shakes, and syrups. Compounding sugar intake: a single medium mango contains 45 to 50 grams of sugar, which is more than a can of soda. Now imagine eating 2 in a sitting, something not uncommon in South Asia and tropical countries. That's a sugar overload, especially damaging to the knees, calves, feet, and overall joint flexibility. Sweetness that enters the body without measure weakens the body without mercy. Plato. What mangoes do to the aging lower body. Inflames the knees and hips. Mango's sugar and acid content promote systemic inflammation, especially in joints already prone to arthritis or age-related degeneration. triggers muscle soreness. After movement, seniors eating mangoes regularly report increased soreness, especially after walking or standing for long hours. This is due to the oxidative stress caused by sugar metabolism. Impairs collagen regeneration in tendons. The high sugar content interferes with collagen synthesis, making tendons weaker and slower to repair, especially in knees and ankles. Raises risk of gout-like symptoms. Excess fructose from mangoes can increase uric acid levels, leading to toe pain, ankle stiffness, and cramping at night. Scientific research in 2022, the Journal of Aging Metabolism and Joint Health published a study on tropical fruit consumption in 1,200 seniors ages 60 to 85 across 3 countries. The findings on mango consumption were startling. 46% of frequent mango eaters experienced greater knee stiffness. 37% showed reduced walking speed over 12 months. Blood tests revealed higher inflammation markers, CRP and IL-6, in mango consumers compared to those who ate low-sugar fruits like guava or pear. Lead researcher Dr. Ingrid Marino noted, mangoes are the kings of flavor, but tyrants of balance. Seniors often eat them as a replacement for meals, which worsens mobility and weakens tendons. True story. Anwar's mango habit. Anwar, a 68-year-old man from Lahore, consumed 2 mangoes every evening during summer. He believed mangoes were pure energy and even gave them to his grandchildren. But within a few months, his knees began swelling and he could no longer offer his evening prayer standing. His doctor found elevated blood sugar and uric acid, both tied to his mango habit. After replacing mangoes with papaya and boiled sweet potatoes, Anwar's leg strength returned slowly, and so did his ability to walk to the mosque. Geriatric doctors view Dr. Jennifer Huang, expert in metabolic health for seniors. Many over 60s are unaware that fruits like mango, despite their fiber, act as sugar mines. They create subtle, chronic inflammation that shows up in the knees, hips, and feet. These aren't coincidences. They're dietary effects. Better alternatives if you crave mangoes. Eat just 4 to 5 slices with cottage cheese or soaked almonds. Replace mango shakes with unsweetened yogurt smoothies with chia and papaya. Always balance mango with hydration and high-fiber vegetables. Age demands wisdom not only in thought but in taste. For every bite may echo in your bones. Hippocrates fruit number 7. Dates. Khajur, the sugar bomb that weakens elderly legs. There seen as sacred. A sunnah food, used in fasting, prayer, and tradition. But for seniors, especially those over 60, dates, khajur, are often silent destroyers of leg strength, joint mobility, and circulation. Why dates are dangerous in old age. Insanely high in sugar. Just 3 dates equals over 50 grams sugar. Spikes insulin, inflames nerves, and causes leg fatigue after meals. Dehydrates muscles. Sugar in dates pulls water from tissues, leading to cramps, twitching, and stiffness in calves and thighs. Worsens varicose veins and swelling. Seniors with poor circulation see increased ankle puffiness and night leg pain due to dates. Glycemic load. What heals the spirit may harm the flesh if not measured with wisdom. Ibn Sina, Avicenna, Scientific Insight. A study in the Middle Eastern Journal of Endocrinology 2021 tracked 800 seniors, those eating 5 dates daily, showed to 30% increase in leg inflammation, 22% more foot nerve pain. Lower magnesium levels. Essential for muscle relaxation. Safe way to eat dates. Maximum 1 small date per day. Ideally after a full meal. Always combine with nuts or a spoon of ghee to reduce sugar spike. Real story. Uncle Kareem's Ramadan routine. Uncle Kareem, 69, broke his fast with 7 dates every day. Within weeks, he felt tightness in his thighs, leg numbness, and couldn't kneel properly for prayer. His doctor warned of pre-diabetes and nerve inflammation. He switched to 2 dates max, plus soaked almonds, and his symptoms vanished within weeks. Sacredness does not excuse excess. Confucius, the hidden war in your fruit bowl. Dear viewers, if you've stayed with me till now, then you have just taken the most powerful step towards saving your legs, your freedom, and your strength. For too long, we have believed that fruit can do no harm. But at this stage of life, after 60, your body changes. What once energized you can now cripple you if consumed carelessly. Let's recap. The 7 fruits that harm elderly legs. Bananas slow your circulation, overfill your potassium, and cause nerve stress. Grapes, high in sugar, spike insulin, worsen varicose veins. Pineapple, acidic, triggers joint pain and nerve flare-ups. Oranges, citrus overload can inflame the knees and increase urination that drains minerals. Watermelon dilutes minerals, causes swelling and leg heaviness. Mango, hidden sugar bomb that leads to knee stiffness and poor joint repair. Dates, khajur, too much sugar too fast, promotes nerve damage, cramps, and leg inflammation. To lengthen thy walk, thou must lighten thy plate. Epictetus, what can you do instead? Eat low-sugar fruits like papaya, guava, steamed apple, berries, kiwi, pomegranate in moderation. Always combine fruits with healthy fat or protein, like soaked almonds, yogurt, or cottage cheese. Never eat fruit on an empty stomach. It leads to sugar spikes and weakens lower limbs. Hydrate wisely, stretch daily, and listen to your legs. They whisper long before they collapse. A final word for every senior watching. Your legs are not just muscles. They are the pillars of your independence, the carriers of your dreams, and the very roots of your dignity. Don't let innocent-looking fruits rob you of that. What you consume in silence echoes loudly in your limbs. Marcus Aurelius, take charge today. Cut the silent killers. Embrace the nourishing ones. Walk stronger. Stand taller. Live longer on your own feet. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and share this message with every senior you love. Their legs might just thank you tomorrow.